Hey guys, this is Kieran with Explorminate, and this is another Let's Try video of Shallow Space. I should really call these instead of like Let's Try. Let's be honest, I'm like showcasing sweet updates, so it should be like, this should be my OMG Early Access series or something. Anyways, Update 6 came out for Shallow Space, and with it, a whole host of new changes. So one thing, like, kudos to the developers, because I feel like their updates have more and more stuff in them. Maybe it's just making the game like more complete in ways I didn't dream of before. But yeah, so this is pretty sizable. First off, we got this sweet main menu screen. This is, I mean, if you played the game, you know this is what it looks like when you warp into battle. Kind of minor, right? But it looks cool. Like, I'm for little polished things like this because seriously, they look great. More importantly, though, look at this new guy. What do we have here? We got a new Battlecruiser. Actually, I think it's the only Battlecruiser we have so far. This is the Hohmann Battlecruiser. Hopefully, that's how you say it. If not, I'm sure I'll get corrected. It's pretty cool. You know, you can put guns on it and stuff, and besides that, it is a gun. This is basically, they built a massive gun and put an engine and some armor on it and made it into a ship. No, right here, you can fit a permanent, not a permanent, well, yeah, it's permanent. It's a fixed extra large weapon on a battlecruiser. And so they can just continuously fire out of that, but even cooler, it's got like a siege mode, which I'll show off, which is great. They just kind of like sit back and just start pounding their target. So these guys, while not like the toughest ship, a fleet of these could probably take out a battleship pretty easily. But let's jump into the hangar. Confused myself for a minute there. They're pretty cool. I played around with them, and we'll definitely be showing them off here. In addition to that, oh, we have. There we go. So we have these different holes, like always, right? This is a new battleship they added also. It's the Nottingham class. So if we compare it to like the Cambridge class, load that up real quick. Cambridge, bringing us in 1,300 points. It's got around 2,500 health and shields, a little bit more health, right? So pretty good. Nottingham costs, what, 600 points more. And it has like 1,000-ish extra hits, both in shields and holes. So that is sizable, my friends. Now you might notice over here we've got all these. These are the normal modules, right? But they've added basically shield hardeners and reactive plating. So I've played EVE Online off and on, more off than on. For anyone familiar with that, basically the idea behind these is your shields or your armor will have higher defenses against certain types. So right now, you know, they have energy and kinetic in the game. So let's pop one of these on. We got reactive hull right here, and that you see down in the tooltip. This is for kinetic. This one's for energy. So this is going to give you a little boost in each, which is cool. I like it, you know, adds some hull, but it also adds the resistance, which is great because if you can decrease, you know, it says shield DR down there. I'm pretty sure, I haven't been able to find any hard numbers. I'm pretty sure that means a 10% decrease, which doesn't seem like a lot, right? But you can just drop on additional hull plating, which slows you down, adds 750 health, or you can add just shy, but I guess like 40% of what hull plating would do, right? And do 10% less damage overall. So this pays for itself like pretty quick if it works the way I'm pretty sure it does, right? Again, like it's an early access game, so some things aren't 100% clear, but in testing this, I think this is how it works. So, you know, a 10% decrease in energy damage is pretty significant. Essentially, you can add 10% to your shields. So you're not just adding hull plating, you're giving yourself almost 3,600 shields with that resistance. So that's cool. But it doesn't just... Oh, missed that. Sorry, guys. It doesn't just sound cool. Boom. Look at that. Alright, so these mouse clicks are simulating hits. So if my shields are down and I'm getting hit, bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, that's... I'm nerding out a little bit here, but that is a really beautiful and cool feature. You quickly, for two reasons. So one is beautiful, that's self-explanatory. Two, if you're hitting a ship and you see this happening, I think that's going to give you an indication that they've got a hardener of sorts. And this right here is an energy one. Let's go ahead. Now we've got shield hardeners for both kinetic and energy. Excuse me, geez. So, boom, kinetic. Red, similar thing, which is cool. And then, boom, you got green for energy on the shield. So, again, that's cool. You can see that. You're hitting something and you know, hey, this guy's got a hardener, so maybe switch up the damage type, because it's probably kind of hard to retrofit every ship, especially the smaller ones. You're not going to be able to retrofit them with mini modules, and if you get some kind of resistance on it, you're going to have to choose. So that will present players with some interesting options, I think. You know, obviously if you had a fleet with complete like kinetic resistance, whether that's hull or shield hardeners, that's going to give them a massive leg up. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out, if it's best to kind of be a bit of everything or master one way or another. Addition to that, we got these plasma discharge weapons. I believe that's, yeah, those are new. So we have some new guns to play around with. But so those are some pretty sweet things. There's already, like last video I showed off, some command abilities they're starting to put in, which is great. Like, makes your battleships more of like a hero unit, I suppose, which I'm all for. These battleships better do a lot of damage for how much multiplayer points they take. Or MP probably doesn't stand for multiplayer. Now one of those points I'm like, what does that mean? You know, this is like a fourth of your fleet, excuse me, if you're a 10,000 point game, right? But these hardeners and whatnot add some neat things. Also, I can only have like one shield hardener on this. If that makes sense. Like, I can't drag them over here. The way this battleship is kind of pre-set up, it's more focused on getting that really tough, rough and tough armor. So I can do reactive hull plating. What do I have right there? We have energy, which is great. Let's get a little kinetic up there. And then let's just slam a bunch of hull on there. Not the best way, but oh my gosh, look how slow. I'm going to be moving 66 meters a second. So that, I mean, these trade-offs that you're forced to make with these ships, it moves the strategy to a whole nother caliber for this game. Both with how some weapons are fixed, some are turrets. You know, you have a really slow ship, not a lot of turrets. You're going to want it to be able to maneuver, or you might just be hosed. And it's kind of nice that I'm not sucking energy out, right? With all these, I'll probably end up popping some auxiliary generators in there. Let's put some various weapons on. I always got to go with some actual large Gatling guns, because that's just a personal favorite of me. This plasma discharge, if you look down here, it's got a firing cycle time of 3 seconds, and it does 58 HP a cycle. It's got pretty good range, although it does have a minimum range. And then its damage per second is based off the cycle, right? Let's throw some of these on though. I think that sounds, oh gosh, there went my that greedy little bugger. We'll have to put a few other things on that use less energy then. Okay, throw on a Gatling gun. A Gatling gun. Alright, time for an auxiliary. Another generator. Pop some more Gatlings on. Some more Gatlings, will ya?
Not enough energy.
Okay, well he's fit pretty good. I guess the question is, do I want him to be super beefy mode, or do I want to put more guns on him? We're going to go super beefy mode, and we'll call this guy the Turtle. The Turtle, because you're not getting through his shell. Let's, a little bit for fun. Not the prettiest. I'm pretty like into these videos, right? For picking like horrendous colors. Come on. Oh shit, revert. There we go. A little bit of lag there, changing the color. That's probably my processor. He looks decent. I'll stick with that. Like I was saying, I make horrible looking colors. Don't I go like some barf green once or something on not one of these videos, but something. I would just pick a horrible color. So call this guy Turtle. Nope, and we want to save
Ship configuration.
the Turtle.
Saved.
Now let's go to the Battlecruiser. Let's look at the Hohmann real quick. All right, cool looking ship. I mean, they do such a good job with these models. So we've got a fixed plasma weapon. So we have a siege laser or a fixed plasma. Why am I not using a siege laser?
Not enough energy.
Well, that's why. Get rid of that. There we go. So a light siege laser. I like how it's a light siege laser. I wonder what a heavy siege laser would do. Anyways, so this guy is a firing cycle time of 75, dang, of 1 second and 75 hits a second. So, you know, it is energy, so that might be affected by different hardeners and whatnot, but that's decent. What I had on there before, the fixed plasma, it's got a larger firing cycle, like longer, it's almost 5 seconds. It does more, but ultimately the DPS is lower. I mean, you can't beat 75 hits a second every second from siege range is pretty good. Actually, I'm not sure if it had siege range. Anyways, they park back a little bit, so we've got a Gatling gun, some pulse. Yeah, that works. We'll leave him be, and we'll call this guy, what would we call him? Something cool like this. I want to call him Jack Reacher. Reacher? No, how do you spell that? Anyway, no, let's call him the siege ship. Hohmann Battlecruiser. Siege mode. Yeah, that's very original. We'll do that. Yes,
Ship
I wish to override that.
overwritten.
Okay, so we have this so far, so I've showed off, let's recap it real quick. So the Hardeners, both for shield and hull, the new weapon, and the 2 new ships. So that's pretty sizable in of its own, but it gets better. So with a game like this, there's a lot of like theory crafting, right? I don't know if anybody who's ever played like an MMO, like intensively, will know. Well, it's not just limited to MMOs. Games where you're trying to like min and maxing, which I guess can apply to 4X, obviously, where you're trying to maximize like the damage you do from a weapon or an ability. You'll want to be able to try that out. So they added a great thing called the simulation. If you look at the patch notes, they're going to end up opening this up for preset fleet sizes that you'll fight, like whether it's like 10 or 20,000 points, things of that nature. Right now, it's actually just a, how did they word it? It's a mirror of your fleets. Whatever you bring, you're going to be fighting, but with randomized modules. So it won't be an exact duplicate of your fleet, but the ship, your fleet composition, with regards to ships, will be the same, but the modules will be different, which is actually kind of more challenging than you might think. So let's go look at my configured ships. We have, we got the Turtle. We want the Turtle. The Turtle is slow but amazing. He's half my army. Now we're gonna get some. Take 2 of the Hohmann siege guys, just because I want them. We'll grab an escort. The Raven was called Sin. Did I name that? I don't think I did. Alright, pop a few of that, throw another home. Oh, gotta take him out. Sad. Those Hohmann are expensive. I probably shouldn't take that many of them. Yeah, we'll go escort. We'll finish it out with escorts. I'm gonna be 10 points over. That's garbage. Jeez. And he's a medium. Okay, so that's gonna be our fleet. Let's get right to this. Let's simulate it.